What's up, guys? What's going on? I'm Paul. This is Pauline Theology's Daily Devotional, and we're going through the book of Exodus. We're in Exodus chapter 14, 13, and 14. Exodus 4. Did I say 14? We're in Exodus 4, 13, and 14, man. So if you haven't read it yet, go ahead, stop the tape, check it out, see what that say, come back, and we're going to answer some questions. If you've already read it, then this is Trust in Jesus Ministries, and I hope that you are trusting in Jesus more as we are reading through the scriptures. We're getting to know more about God, His character, His nature. We're getting to know about us, and we're getting to know how we can live out these truths, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it, man. What's happening? That's the first question we ask, is what's going on in the scriptures. And we've already got Moses saying all of these things about how he cannot achieve the thing that God has called him to do. And then God gives him all the answers. He's like, man, I got you, bro. Don't worry about it. I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to show you. I'm going to do these things. And then finally we get to the real heart of Moses. He don't want to do it. He says, please send anybody else. Basically is what he's saying. Just, can't you find somebody else to do this? I know better than you, God. I'm not the one. You need to get somebody else. That's basically what Moses is saying. And I think this is why we have the response that we get from God when he says, when the scriptures say the anger of the Lord burned against Moses. It's because God gives a proper response to the reality of Moses finally revealing what it is that his heart is saying. God knew it, though. He knew that it was because Moses just really didn't want to do this. It could have been doubts, fears, all of these things that cloud our own hearts as God is calling us to do things, man. But in reality, Moses just don't want to do it. And God says, nah, you're going to do it. And I'm going to give you the way to do it again. I'm not going to leave it there, man. All these things that you say need to happen, God moves or gives him comfort and understanding of all of the doubts and fears he has. And he finally even says, I will give you a person there to help you. The church, the brotherhood, literally his brother. He says he's coming and his heart is going to rejoice when he sees you. I think that's important too, man, because God is giving Moses a support. And he's not only giving him just support, but he's giving him someone that will support him that he cares about and probably long to see. It's like, man, God is even going to allow me to get to see my brother again. Wow. Not only get to see him, but be in a intimate relationship with him. God is doing some crazy things in Moses' life, man. He's doing some amazing things in his life. So what's this say about God? I think what it says is God knows who we are first, but I think what it says is that he acts according to the way in which we respond to him, right? Now, he don't change. He don't change. He's the same way always, today, yesterday, and forever. But the way we position ourselves to him is the way that he is going to respond to us. And a good example of this, obviously here, is that as Moses says his doubts to God in certain ways, God answers him in certain ways. He's like, I will help you in this way. I will do this for you. I will calm you in this manner. But then when he clearly just says, I don't want to do this, man, pick somebody else, then God shows his anger to him to say, why are you not trusting? Why are you not having faith in the things that I say? Don't you see this bush burning in front of you without being consumed? Don't you think I have enough power to do all this other stuff? And so I think God reacts, or is God demonstrates or reveals himself according to the way that we respond to him. He doesn't change. Like I said, this is who he is, but he meets us on our level. He meets us on our level. Now, what does it say about man? Is we will find any excuse to try and not do the thing that God has called us to do. Clearly, God said he would be with him. And to have the power of God on your side, ooh, man, we should not even fear. I know it's hard. Hey, I'll be saying this about Moses because it's Moses. But for me, it is the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. Even though I know God called me to do something and he said he will be with me, why do I just clearly not want to do it? That's the plight of man. We just don't want to do the things that God says. Regardless of if we're in sin, that's the clearest motive that we don't want to do what he says because we're just in rebellion against him. But even as believers, in knowing the goodness, the power, and the might, the trustworthiness and faithfulness, the love that our God has, we still want to rebel. We still want to rebel. How do we apply these truths to our lives? It seems like the main thing is do what God is telling you to do. I think that's it right there. And I know in my own life, practically, it is trying to be more of a witness outright. Living the spirit of the gospel in my life, not only in word, but in deed. To being bold in it despite the place that God has put me in, where I feel at times I need to shrink back on my faith. I need to stand firm and speak boldly in love about the truth of the gospel. Man, that's hard. That is hard. He said he would be with me, and I need to remember that. I need to remember that. And whatever it is that God is calling you to, he said he would be with you. And you need to remember that. So let's live it out. Appreciate you guys for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.